And now, Freelance Heroism.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Dees.
And I'm Rachel.
And before we even get started, we just want to say thank you to everyone out there who donates at the Patreon, in particular those who donate at the producer tier.
Yes.
Rachel.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to let us know who they are?
I would love to. We want to say thank you to Duncan, Nate, Breakmeister, Rebecca, and Chris Sones. Thank you so much, everyone.
You help us make a better show for everyone. We really appreciate it. We couldn't do it without you.
Yes.
Rachel.
Yes.
You just woke up.
I did wake up very recently. Trying to keep this energy high. I've got my iced coffee ready to go.
Right. Have you tried a 5-hour?
I've never had a 5-hour.
What?
Never had a 5-hour. I very recently had a Monster for the first time.
You Mormon? What's happening? I don't know why. I don't know if Mormons can have 5 hours. I do a 5-hour enema every morning.
Ew.
Yeah, I just spread and clench.
Ew.
Unscrew the top, plug it in like an oil canister, and then do a headstand. Good way to get the day started.
Oh no. I'm not ready for that.
No, it's advanced.
I don't think I'll ever be ready for that.
It's advanced. It's an advanced tactic. So we were talking earlier, and I thought it would be a funny intro to talk about families and kids in particular.
Uh-huh.
And how obnoxious I think the entire array of those things is.
Yeah. From the two members of the podcast who are not married and don't have children.
There are two people who have families and are married and are not here to do the intro.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our time. So let's fuck them. What are they gonna do? Hop in here? You're gonna record a rebuttal and we'll edit it in? No, fuck them. You hear that, you motherfuckers? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say it'd be hard enough with their kids in the background record.
They're not gonna hear this. They're too busy cleaning fucking sticky shit off of their expensive carpets.
Kids are just sticky. Like their hands are always like sticky from like snacks or.
I have described it multiple times as kids. Their hands feel like they just. Whenever they touch you, it feels like they literally just finished palming like a fucking blow pop, like a Tootsie Pop. Like their hand is like sticky, like they just held candy in a warm car.
Yeah, like their hands are like sticky and sweaty, like simultaneously.
It's so. You ever seen a kid that is too young to really know that they're a mess, and whose parent is struggling to keep them clean? So they're just like sitting on the couch and their like face is like sticky out to like the sides of their head, and they're like they've got like what are those bags of fucking Cheerio dust like on them. Like, they don't wear pants. They're like in a diaper. They're like fucking just sitting there like a drunk guy. It's just so weird. I don't know, man. I get that everyone used to be a kid, but kids are gross. You ever touch a kid's tablet? Like you ever go into a house and they have like a tablet made specifically for a kid?
It has a big crack through it, and it has like weird food stains on it.
And it's in a big fucking like bright red rubber case. Like one of those kinds of cases that it looks like a lunch tray.
Yeah.
God, everything about kids is fucking gross.
Oh man, yeah.
Why don't we start cloning people? Clone them at 30. Call it a day. I started thinking about like, there's this thing that kids do where they're like they want something, so they'll like ask one parent and say that the other parent said it was cool, and then they'll go talk to them and say, well, the other one said it was cool. So then later on, when the parents talk to each other, like, did you say it was cool? And they're like, yeah. And then like, oh, okay. So like everybody is on the up and up now, but not really. The kid has scammed you.
Right.
So for parents out there, this is the thing. I know you guys don't have a whole lot of time to think about cool strategies for ways to defeat your children, because you're busy dealing with them. But one thing you can do is just always say no to everything initially. I'm not saying you can't come around later, but just one parent always say no immediately at the start of any ask. So that way they can never use that system. Because if they ever come to the mom and go, well, dad said it was okay, she'll be like, no, he didn't. Because we have a plan, right? It's a strategy that we have where he always says no. So the fact that you even attempted this lets me know something's off. It's like a fire alarm. Like, okay, something's off. I'm going to go talk to him directly.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I never got to, my parents separated when I was pretty young, so I didn't get a chance to attempt that strategy.
But you probably had a different strategy, right? You probably said, well, mom said she was going to do this. And then in order to beat the mom, so you just played it from a different angle, right?
Yeah, the angle that I did was sort of like, mom never lets me do this. And, because
and then he wants to win.
Right. He wants to be the cool one. He wants to be the favorite parent. He's like, well, I'll let you do that.
See, here's the thing. I don't give a fuck what a little kid thinks of me. Little kid can go fuck themselves. They have no power, right?
Right.
They can't vote. They're little. They have no say in anything. I'm just whatever. I don't. So kids like, well, you're not very cool. I'm like, bummer. I don't need the approval of a fucking 7-year-old. Go to bed. It's 3 p.m. Go to bed. I don't give a shit what time you go to bed. You can go to bed right now. Yeah, the way I think of kids, I would treat them like an adult, which is not good. I am aware I'd be a bad father. It's not I'm not people that are listening to this right now are like, these would be a shitty dad. I'm like, yeah, we agree, 100%.
Kids tend to like me, but I don't I've literally never in my life wanted to have my own. I don't want that.
It's because you're nice to them. That's the problem. That's where your mistake is.
Well, I don't just give them whatever they want, but I talk to them like they're an actual person. And
yeah, that was your first mistake. They're not people. They're protoplasmic at best.
Oh, okay.
Amalgams of things that might one day be a cool person. Incapable of it at a young age.
I see.
Even when people are like, when they're like, oh, he's so cute because he blah 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 does whatever, they're always thinking I'm trying to think of a good example. There's this little girl that is sort of it's like my brother's friend's kid or whatever. And sometimes they act like an adult, they kind of act a little more serious than they should for a kid, and everyone acts like it's super cute, but I'm like, it's not. They're just acting kind of like a cunty adult. Right? But you're not allowed to say that because you're a kid. Right.
But
they're kind of being a bitch. If they were an adult, if they were 27, 28, 29, 30, or any age after that, you would not hang out with that person because they're up their own ass a little bit. They're kind of shitty. Their opinions are all dog shit. They have no loyalty. This week it's Bluey, but last week it was fucking the Paw Patrol. They don't even give a fuck. They have no opinion. They are at the whims of what they are told is good. There's no appraisal whatsoever.
Right.
The Wiggles? The fuck is a wiggle? Ugh. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You can't trust kids.
They're liars. All of them.
They're the light of
They're
your
little
face.
Monsters.
Holding their giant iPad that has 17% battery because they can't be bothered to charge it, but then that becomes your fault when it dies. It's all sticky.
I want to watch Shrek. I'm like, that movie came out in 1998. Fuck off. Watch something new. Have you seen The Big Lebowski yet? What are you even doing? Oh, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know how much a kid costs on average?
A lot.
It was $1.3 million over the course of a lifetime.
That is an insane amount of money. I'd rather spend that on something else.
I would spend that on booze. Or fucking anything else. I literally shit I don't even like would be better. You know? Like Legos, they're okay. Legos are fine. $1.3 million worth of Legos is dope.
Right.
$1.3 million worth of anything is dope. Right? You're
Right.
the world's leading expert on Legos at $1.3 million. They'll put you in documentaries. What are they going to do if you have a kid? You're just a fucking schmuck. Just some guy.
Everybody's got one of those.
Ugh. You gotta like, they're not even like Pokemon, because like if you like, here's what I was thinking. I was thinking like, what if you taught your kid all the cool shit, right? Like, what if you had a kid and you taught him like logic and reason and fucking like didn't ever teach him about religion, you know, and you gave him all the cool stuff you thought they're just gonna disagree with you anyway, right? Because there's loads of people who were raised religious and then said fuck that at the end. There are people who were raised to like fucking like classic rock music and they ended up really digging other things.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
They're made to break your heart. It's like here, have some of my DNA and let me try to make it better this time. Right?
Right.
And they're just like, fuck you. Right? That's mine. Do better with it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
fuck that. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm very pro-choice. Yeah.
All right. Why don't we go ahead and go to this week's episode?
Was this too depressing? I feel like it might have gone a little too hard. I'm sorry.
No, I think it's good.
Oh, okay. You can't even put them in a kennel if they act bad, because then people get upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. I have to have like a plumber come over to my house or something. I just lock my cats in the bedroom.
Right. You do that to a kid, you're on the news. Fucking horrible.
All right. So we're gonna go to this week's episode. This is chapter 7 of Candlekeepers. And hope you enjoy.
That was it?
That's it. We don't title these.
Right. Right on. That's good.
All right.
All right. Woo! No kids. So guys, I am curious before we start, just to get us into the tempo. Did you guys see the post that I made?
Yeah. Honestly, I think you probably have the longest lasting for sure for what you eat.
Yeah, you're talking about a flavor that would hold.
Oh yeah, no, definitely a flavor that will hold, dude.
Yeah.
What is it, like spearmint gum? What the fuck are we talking?
I bet
he wants to know which one of us has the best tasting shit.
No, I'm not saying I want to know. I'm just saying I wonder, theory-wise.
How is wondering something and not wanting to know something different? Those seem like they're not mutually exclusive.
I actively do not want to know who has the best, but I'm just trying. It's like a creative exercise. Which of us would have the most flavorful dumplings?
I mean, the only way to test this is to hire some guy from Florida to do it.
I bet Nate has.
You wouldn't have to hire. Go ahead.
Has a spicy dumpling, right? Like he's like a hot Korean gyoza, right? Like a
yes, I fucking shit sriracha every day. That's how this works.
Well, I just figure because of what you put in.
I do eat a lot of spicy food. You're
There you
not
go.
wrong.
Right.
You're
There
not
you go.
wrong.
So there you go. The remnants. Look, you get what you cook with, right?
Yeah.
The ingredients that you're feeding into your dumplings, which is now what we're calling this. Yeah.
I would apologize to the Asian community, but I believe Americans invented dumplings.
We call it the Poopsie Challenge.
God.
Okay, sorry. I was just curious if you guys had any thoughts, or if you guys are just actively ignoring it.
Actively avoiding and ignoring, I believe, would be the answer to that.
I don't even have to ask Rachel.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want her to edit through this.
Oh, thank you.
Besides, I don't think Rachel poops anyway, so she's disqualified from.
Okay, first off, I don't know that. Like, you know, when you
that's some
first
King
start
Jong
dating
shit
someone
right there.
and you don't want to poop as loud as you normally poop. That's a thing.
Wait, no, say that again.
What?
When you start dating somebody for the first time, you go to use the restroom. You know, you try to like manage audio levels.
You try and muffle the sound. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just saying, anyone that's ever done that knows what I'm talking about, right?
You you employ an ass silencer. Yes, I do understand.
Go in there and just tear the joint down. You've been dating for a week. You can't come at somebody like that. You gotta softly turn the volume up. I mean, you don't want to be on.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
My bad. That was me. I was trying to mute myself and I saw the
It's like, oh, shut up.
Oh. I thought something had broken. I thought Dees was about to have a seizure.
Oh,
I'm sorry, dude.
That was great.
I saw the D and I was like, oh, that's me. Click.
That was
Nope,
great.
not me. Not me.
No, but I do know what you're talking about.
On the bright side, that as funny as that was, Rachel actually may leave this in.
I think she should.
Morality of
you know what?
choices.
I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to not do the thing I normally do, which is share too much. So
all I'm saying is that it's a consideration and it's a kindness. But
no, it's an embarrassment. You're not doing it because you're trying to be kind.
You don't want to come at somebody like that. You want to have them having to have that.
How else are you going to know if they really love you? Look, if someone is willing to smell your shit for the rest of their life, they really love you.
That was a lesson from Family Guy. That was a lesson from Family Guy, dude. Peter fucking Griffin.
That's not true.
Smell it, Meg. Smell it.
All I know is that yes, when Jennifer and I first started dating, that was
quiet poopings. I bet.
Well, it wasn't just that. I mean, there was like
there's a bunch of pee into the side of the toilet.
No, it's like you don't want to fart in somebody in front of someone that you're still trying to like.
You don't fart.
No.
Like, holds her down and farts on her until her lungs expand.
That's how I mark my mate with a Dutch oven. But no, you don't want to fart.
My spirit animal.
Yeah,
they call that the Hiroshima hug.
But there were a couple of there were actually more than a couple of times where it was like, I'm not going to do this, and then I would leave the house, and it's like, is that my engine running? Nope, just me.
Yeah, but it works both ways. Like pretending that it doesn't is insane. Just women, it takes longer for them.
We eventually, but see, once we did that, it was like all bets were off because Jennifer loved to fucking crop dust and
Oh, this is great.
Jennifer's thing, the thing that pisses me off the most.
So she can hear.
Oh no, she's probably asleep by now. But the thing that Jennifer would do, and she did this, she's notorious for doing it, is like you'll be at the grocery store or something, standing in an aisle, and she'll be there with you, and then she'll just walk away, and then about 8 or 9 seconds later, it's like. And she'll try and do it. Yeah, she used to try and do it like intentionally to like catch somebody else walking by so that instantly you'd be the one blamed for it.
Oh yeah, the sabotage farts.
Oh yeah. So
my brother would fart so bad that it would give you a headache. Like a migraine. Like your vision would get blurry and there's like
that's
like fogging up a face mask,
that's not healthy. I will tell you that right now. That's not healthy.
It's really not healthy. You see the particulate matter in the air.
Oh, God.
Like like you open an attic and the sun comes in and you see like the little particles. It's like that.
Oh no, I used to give the wife like when we were in the store in an aisle, I'd look over like, hey, you gotta move. And I just start walking.
Oh, no.
See, here's the thing that I know. Rachel's a vegetarian, which means that she has brutal farts. She just won't talk about it. Because I dated a vegetarian for a long time, and it's just straight up fucking roughage. It's like a fiber shotgun.
Oh shit! He took Satan's shot.
Hummus goes in, hummus comes out.
Okay. Oh God.
Wow.
You'll note that Rachel is not admitting to anything,
No.
but body language tells an entire novel here.
Yep. It's true.
There have probably been times where the cats have tried to escape from the house. There have probably been times where she scared those poor turkeys outside her window half to death.
That's how she clears out the driveway. Just
Hey, you ever think about maybe that's why your fucking redneck neighbors don't like you? Is because
maybe
they're
that's
downwind.
all right. Sorry. Okay.
Okay.
Now that we're all laughed up, all
Uh-huh.
right, let's do this.
Okay.
Man, now I got to get all depressed again. Shit. Oh.
Well, since it has been a few weeks since we last played, I would like to hear you guys recap what happened last game.
You gave me drow themed 50 Shades of Underdark novels in my section,
They were
and the
bug
bosom
people.
of darkness.
I tried to make a chair out of books and it fell apart and I bruised my tail and now it kind of hurts when I sit on the horse, but that's all I remember.
Okay.
I ate a very heavy rock. It was delicious.
Uh-huh.
The end.
Great.
Now, people in this mining area
Vermilion.
had
Yep.
had been
Platinum vein.
infected and turned into bug people.
70 years ago, explosion, 30 people died.
70.
70 years
Yes.
ago.
Yep. And we got flowers to drop off.
At wife's grave, Lucas's wife.
Mm-hmm.
And a necklace in the tree in the center of town. Astra, the florist half elf.
Mm-hmm.
East past the mayor's house.
Suspicious flowers.
I got
Of a
attacked in the
particular
upstairs room.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I jumped up the wall and through a window,
Yeah.
which was very, very cool for this old turtle man.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can all admit.
So
And there's a black leather book with a spine.
let's see here. Is that the journal? Or is that the book that originally brought you guys here?
It's my second note I took, so probably the book that originally brought us here.
Okay. All right. So you guys are in the abandoned mining town of Vermilion. So yeah, 70 years ago, there was a collapse at the platinum mine, and a lot of people died. Only a few bodies were recovered. And then soon afterward, people in the town started disappearing and no one was quite sure. So a lot of the town moved out. And you guys split up when you got into the town.
Which is what any responsible party will do.
That's right. Montero and Shifu were exploring and found the old blacksmith's shop. And you guys found some stuff there. Also, I added the ring that you found into your inventory in D&D Beyond, David.
The one that was on the finger.
Yeah.
Very
On the-
nice.
on
It
the floor.
was a wavy ring of something. My handwriting sucked. I was tired.
Swimming. Yonk heard some noises in this big stone house, kind of in the back of the little village, and went inside to investigate, and ended up going to the second floor and getting attacked in the library. And then that's where everyone else met up to kill a mean lock, which is a little fey buggy guy. And you guys found some research, it looks like, that the mayor had been doing to try to figure out what exactly was going on in town. Oh, let's see here. So when we stopped, you guys were all in the library on the second floor. There's like a big set of windows that looks out onto the town, and those are now broken because a giant turtle went through them.
Not giant. Not giant, okay?
Okay.
It's mean to say that about
I'm
someone.
sorry. A large turtle?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Dense is the way I like to go. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm made of like turtle shell.
You're made of turtle?
Mhm.
Okay.
Turtle?
Turtle. So you guys are in the library. Shelves filled with books line the walls of this library, and 4 wingback chairs sit around a low table in the center of the room. The wide bank of now broken windows in the south wall affords a panoramic view of the dilapidated houses beyond the twisting branches of the tree in the front yard. You guys were looking at on the table. There were a lot of books that were open with notes kind of stuck between some of the pages. The topics include the effects of physical and emotional trauma, nightmares, and mysterious disappearances. Seemingly out of place in comparison to the topics was also a book about the Feywild and its sundry creatures with a single note that said, "Could this be the answer?" And that was on an entry about meanlocks. Also, the meanlock that attacked Yonk here, on its claw, it was wearing a ring that had a
Was that the flowers?
it had like a snowdrop motif set into it. It was like a signet ring, like something you could press into wax to make a seal. So there's still I believe quite a few rooms in this house that you guys haven't explored. There's also to the west the graveyard, and then to the east is the mine itself.
I guess while everyone's sort of discussing what to do, Anzan has kind of drifted away, and he's now reaching his neck real far out of his shell to try and eat a cobweb that has a bunch of like bugs in it. And he's like almost got it. He's trying to bite it with his mouth. He's kind of missing it, and then he kind of gets up on his tippy toes and moves forward further. But he's moving very slow.
After he just ran like horizontal up the up the wall outside.
Oh, I'll get those for you, Mr. Seafood. And I reach around. Can I find a broom or anything? Or any kind of, is there a fireplace in the room by any chance?
In the library? No.
Thank you anyway, Yonk, my boy. It is important to taste them where they lay.
I thought we were just trying to shoo them away. You're gonna eat them?
Of course. They are delicious. Have you ever tried a dried spider?
No. Why would I?
I'm gonna put my leg like on the corner of the window and another leg on the bookshelf, and like with very good balance, kind of stand off the ground, and take my hand, and scoop it along the wall, so that the web still sticks to the wall. Here.
Okay.
Oh no! I'm okay. Thank you.
I'm going to touch him on the back of his head and be
like,
we all must try new things.
No, Yonk doesn't like
his face towards the spider.
Yonk doesn't like new. I don't like spiders. No, that's okay.
You are missing out. He's going to eat the spiders.
For as much as you can see, a dragonborn barbarian shake. That
This one is tangy.
He devours those like the universe devours my happiness.
I have never had happiness. But
Neither have
imagine
I.
It is tart as well.
That was horrifying. Absolutely horrifying.
For once, I agree with Mr. Montero.
You must become more adventurous. Where is our next engagement?
Well,
I vote the graveyard.
there was a note in the book that says, could this be the answer?
Reading is often the answer.
Well, it's just a note, though. How can a note be the answer?
Maybe it is written on the note.
Well, the only thing that's written on the note is, could this be the answer? So,
A note implies writing, does it not?
yeah, but the only writing that's on the note, Mr. Seafood, is, could this be the answer? I don't know why a note would be the answer that just says, could this be the answer? I'm confused. Could you?
What is written under the note in the book?
Oh, in the book.
You need spiders to energize your mind.
No. I find the place in the book where the note was. What is it bookmarking?
It is bookmarking an entry on meanlocks, which are corrupted fey creatures that spontaneously manifest in response to fear in places where the border to the Feywild is thin. They create more of their kind by transforming humanoids through a process of psychic torment that takes hours or days. Meanlocks live in subterranean nests, and they are sensitive to bright light and can sense shadows and darkness.
I think it's talking about the bug people.
I thought it was talking about my ex.
Does it have one of those sort of really well drawn classical pictures? It's kind of like cross hatched and shaded in, like you see in like a biology textbook.
Yes.
The bug people is my ex is Renasmir's fucking biopic.
I think this is talking about the bug people, and it says they live in caves. So could that be like the mines?
Yes.
Maybe that's where we go next.
I tried real hard not to be sarcastic because that's what I am and not what this guy is.
Then the mines we go, deeper to hell.
Don't think
everyone in this room could use a little spider to take the edge off.
I'll just go outside where it's
all right,
brighter and not so full of spiders.
So you step out into the landing. To the north is the stairs that go down back to the first floor. But also, other than the library, there are 4 other rooms, like 2 on the east side of the building and 2 on the west side, which none of those have been explored.
Hey, we'll go west.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you taking the northwest or the southwest door?
South by Southwest. We shall see a movie about cowboys eating pudding. I want to get them to try to eat something different.
Uh-huh.
So normal. They like eat regular food. How boring.
I think your turtle, because he's known as like the smiling mountain, is that what you called him?
Yeah.
So, and then I found that picture of that turtle with the plants on it, and someone called him the wandering forest. So that's like 2 elements, and so I think he should have like 2 more elemental turtle cousins. There should be like a fire one and a water one.
Oh, so they're like Pokemon?
Yeah.
Like Pokemon family?
Yeah.
My nephew Squirtle is very popular.
So, you guys were gonna pick one of the doors.
Southwest corner.
Southwest. All right. You go over, open the door.
Why not?
Okay.
I open the door freely.
All right. A double bed sits beneath the windows along the far wall. A fireplace occupies one corner, and a window looks out to the front yard.
I enter.
Okay. You can see There's a pile of crumpled papers on the fireplace mantle.
I'll do an investigation in the room.
Okay.
10.
You don't really find anything other than the crumpled up papers. Kind of going through them, you see that there's a lot of half-written letters beseeching other settlements for aid. These were all written by the mayor. You do find a completed letter that has that's like in an envelope and is sealed shut with bright red wax, embossed with an ornate snowdrop blossom.
Who's it addressed to?
It's addressed to the mayor of the town of Mayrin, which was the town you guys stopped at before you came here.
Well, I'm gonna
Looks
body
like it
this.
hasn't been delivered.
It never got sent.
Okay, I'm gonna embody the spirit of Adrian. Pop open the seal.
Thought you were gonna say return the letter, but I see which Adrian you're referring to. So
he could combine the two, kick the door off the hinges, and then open the mouth.
Well, you already broke the window, so.
Yep.
I was gonna say somewhere this elderly man in Waterdeep's like, someone's stealing mail.
Open and read it.
Ring goes on to like propose legislation to like
Illegalized mail reading.
harder fees and against people who read other people's mail.
All mail must be sent in steel lock boxes.
So this letter is from Mayor Duvizin of Vermilion to the mayor of Mayrin, although this was 70 years ago, so they probably have a different mayor at this point.
The mayor of Mayrin?
Yes, the mayor of
Is
Mayrin.
it Mayor Mary of Mayrin?
And she is asking for aid to help her investigate what is going on. You also find there under, like, also on the mantle, under some sticks of wax and some different quills and inks, a journal. And it is written in the same handwriting as the letter that you found.
I open the journal and begin flipping pages. It has to be better than the Drow. Yes, the Drow sex books they put in my library.
The what?
She added these
The Drow sex books?
Yes, she added these Drow-themed romance 50 Shades of Underdark to my section.
So this was a combination of like for one of the Patreon journals I did, it was a memo from the head librarian that you guys report to, and she mentioned in that while you guys were gone on your previous adventure, a collection of Drow-themed romance novels had been donated to the library, but the person they were supposed to go to didn't want them in that section. So they had a collection development meeting, which Montero was not there for. So he, everybody else voted that it should go in his section.
Right. The section.
Yes.
Where do you guys keep the filth at your library, Rachel?
Inquiring minds want to know.
Well,
just in case.
We organize our books by Dewey Decimal System, so fiction is in the 813s.
Right, but where's the diction at?
So this journal, Montero, the journal chronicles the disaster at the mine and the village's anguish at so many victims. The mayor recounts the rescue efforts in the following days and how they had to stop the search due to fears of more cave-ins if they attempted to remove any more rubble, even with miners still missing. She writes of villagers going missing in the night, of her helplessness, and of stubbornly staying on, determined to find the missing villagers, while Tifra, her wife, and their two children, Tavin and Nia, evacuated to Mayrin. The last few pages speak of the mayor's nightmares, of her creeping fear and waking in the night, soaked in sweat with lingering screams echoing in her ears.
We must find where the fear emanates from.
That was a stunning read. It was a rigorous tale.
I've been told I have a rigorous tale, and that's why I'm not allowed back in the nonfiction section, because I tend to knock things down with it. That's not funny. It hurt my feelings.
You have feelings in your tail. Where do we go to find
bugs?
the book? Where do we go find the book? Okay. I am now focused.
I tucked the journal into my bag.
Okay. And that's really everything of importance that you find in this room.
Any bugs? It's an old room.
You find some long dead beetles under her bed.
Yeah, Yonk is going to leave the room before that even happens.
I'm
He's
going to
going
get a handful so I could have a snack as we
to go down to the
Yep.
go down to the next room and
Okay.
see what's
Out of the room.
Northwest.
Yeah.
Okay. This dim room holds nothing but a bed partially coated in debris from the collapsed chimney. Cold air gusts through the gaps. It looks like this room belonged to a young girl, probably the mayor's daughter.
I'm going to reach down into in my hand, pull out a bug, and get right up next to Yonk.
Oh no.
And be like, chimney, crickets, get in.
No.
What do we think caused the cave-in?
Well, this place looks kind of old, so I'm guessing it just fell apart because it's old.
Can we tell if there is something underneath from that time? I will investigate. I'm going to kind of walk around and take a look just to see if there's anything that that would kind of give away whether it had fallen a long time just by what's underneath.
Oh, the chimney?
Yeah, the collapsed chimney. Does it look like it had worn over time, or does it look like it was collapsed by pressure? Or
it looks like it's probably from time. I mean, this house has stood empty for 70 years.
Right, no upkeep and everything.
Yeah.
Anything of interest in here?
No.
All right, I'm gonna do a sweep for bugs.
I'm going to leave.
Okay.
And go across the hall.
All right. There's more bugs in this room, Shifu, because they can get in through the collapsed chimney.
Excellent.
So there's a northeast room and a southeast room.
I guess, yeah.
Southeast?
Doesn't matter. Yeah, if there's nothing to dictate any interest in one or the other.
This room is empty except for a bed and a fireplace. And it is cold and has an air of loneliness about it. There's not really anything like of a personal nature in this room. You could guess it was probably like a guest room.
Mr. Montero, you might want to check out this room. It feels like you.
Can I roll some sort of check? Maybe
That's the kindest thing you've said to me today.
Perception, insight, vision.
What are you looking for?
I know from my aged experience that oftentimes scenes of tragedy that have this type of vibe often retain a chill, like an otherworldly chill. I just want to determine whether or not this is an otherworldly chill or if it's just a byproduct of having the roof caved in the other room.
You can give me we'll say a religion check.
Okay. Nope. I got 7.
You're not sure.
It sure does feel creepy in here. Mr. Montero. This is sort of your expertise.
The emptiness, soulless room does call to me.
Plus, it has a My Chemical Romance poster. They
So
know
all-
you know that there was some sadness going on in this motherfucker.
I took off my imaginary hat and put it over my heart and began to
Oh.
quote the Black Parade.
I thought all the rooms were lonely. There's no one here but us.
The walls scream in silence.
So long and good night. So long and good
You-
night.
You say that, and Yonk he's got 1,000-yard stare trying to find out or figure out in his head how something can scream and be silent at the same time. So
I pap him. I'm not okay. I'm not okay.
Oh my god.
This kid's name was Helena.
It reminds me when I was a young boy.
My father took me into the city.
Oh my god.
I like
Join-
marching bands. End scene.
All
Yep.
right.
All right, next room.
Next room. This bedroom has a tall chest of drawers made of dark wood in the corner across from the door. Farther into the room, a small desk sits between two windows with a large bed to the left of it. The sheets and blankets on the bed are rumpled, and one moth-eaten pillow lies on the floor beside it. The other on the mattress where it belongs.
When you said moth eaten, my heart jumped a beat. That is my favorite. All right, I guess we'll just take a look around.
Oh,
Okay.
roll
Inside the
investigation in the room.
All right.
Mr. Montero, are you going to rummage around in the drawers?
16. I am.
The drawers are empty,
Ayo.
Like my soul.
and
The drawers are empty. Ayo.
under the bed is a small stuffed toy bugbear, which is full of holes with its stuffing removed by resident rodents.
I pick it up. I put it in my bag.
Okay.
I pull it out and shake all if any bugs are in it out.
Mr. Montero, is that Benny Bugbear? Can I see that?
Of course. I hand it to him.
Oh,
Yonk, this is a vintage Benny Bugbear from the
Ooh.
original printing.
ooh,
It had
Ooh.
been a bugbear, but now it is a holy doll.
I can fix this. I have like 3 of these back at the library that are all in, sort of various states of disrepair. I think I can patch it up. I think I can make a Franken Benny. Oh, don't lose that.
Would you like to hold it?
Ayo.
I would like to, but if history dictates anything, that's probably a bad idea.
Then I will keep it safe for you.
Thank you.
You said that this bed was large.
Yes.
How large? Like for an adult or for a small kid?
It definitely bigger than a kid's bed.
Okay, what about the desk? The size of
The desk is a child's desk.
So the bed is for adult, desk is for child.
Or they just had like the one bed. They were like,
Yeah.
he'll grow into it.
Oh, they had a child with a pituitary disorder.
Maybe.
6-foot infant with an oversized head. Okay. Anything on the desk?
Nope.
Well,
How about in the sheets? Just kind of shake them loose.
Nope. Just dust and moths.
Moths. Okay. The windows are still good, right? Where do the windows look out towards?
They look out on the east side of the house, so you can see not really any of the other buildings. You just see the road that goes northeast, which you believe goes to the mine.
Okay. Does this room feel any different than the other?
No, I mean it's just sort of the same kind of empty, not used in a long time room.
You described the other room as lonely. That's the only reason, and then described it chill. There's clearly multiple people living in this house, so describing it as lonely felt strange to me.
Oh, okay.
So I'm focusing on that.
Uh-huh.
Were there bars on the windows in the other room? What's going on?
No.
Under a staircase? Okay.
There's shackles on the bed.
No, it's just the other room was like a guest room, so it probably felt more lonely because there was nothing really to personalize it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've got my handful of moths that I'm kind of shaking around like when you eat popcorn. Like, shake them in your hand, just kind of toss one back.
And those beetles, don't forget.
Yeah.
You eat those like pistachios and spit out the
therapist. Yeah.
Stop it.
All right. So you guys head downstairs.
It's like sunflower seeds. You just throw 50 of them in there and you just spit them out like you're a pitcher.
So on the first floor, there are 4 rooms sort of set up in the same, like 2 on the west side, 2 on the east side. None of these have doors. So it seems like sort of this first floor was more the like mayor's office. This was where town business goes on. Right. And then the second floor was like her family stayed up there.
Right. Okay. I guess business is probably the most important thing to check into, though. I mean, the mayor probably had a better understanding of what's going on in town than the rest of the family. So I think we should probably check there first.
Okay.
So I'm going to go up the stairs with that line of reasoning.
Well, you've already checked out everything that was upstairs. So this is, you're on the ground floor now.
In a different room. Okay. I'll clip that then. All right. So then I guess we'll leave out of here then.
Okay. So you don't want to check any of the rooms on the ground floor?
I'm apparently completely misunderstanding what the size of this building is, because in my head it's changed shape 3 times. There are 2 rooms that I was told about on the first or on the second floor, correct?
So on the second floor, other than the landing, there's a total of 5 rooms. You've checked them all. It was 4 bedrooms and the library.
And the library is where we got attacked by the meme.
Right, that's where we came in through the window. Okay,
yes.
Then on the first floor is the mayor's office, which we haven't checked. I haven't gone through that.
So the whole like first floor is set up sort of in a similar fashion in that like the central area is almost like the lobby. And then there's 2 rooms on the east side and then 2 rooms on the west side.
I know where I got confused. When we were talking about northwest, southwest, I was thinking different buildings.
Oh, okay.
Because when you said open the door, I thought, okay, now it's making more sense. All right.
Okay.
But all 4 rooms on the bottoms, the first floor have no doors on them, so everything's
correct.
Open.
Yes.
Yeah. The first floor was the office space, and the top floor is the domicile for the people. Can we determine how many these rooms are lived in? Because they said they had 2 kids, right?
Right. So in the upstairs, the room with the fireplace and the journal that Montero found, that was the master bedroom. So that was where the mayor and her wife stayed. And then the room with the bugbear toy was where that was their son's room. The room with the collapsed fireplace was the daughter's room. And then the lonely room was the guest room.
Okay. So there should be 1 more room, correct?
The library.
Right.
Yeah. That's where you crashed in.
Came in through. Okay, so then we'll go downstairs.
Okay.
Let's go southwest again.
Southwest. So this is it looks like it's an assembly room. Chairs are arranged in staggered rows with their backs to the door. So the doorway that you guys come in through. Facing a podium in the southeast corner. A sideboard sits on the left side of the room, and a bookcase stands to the right of the doorway, filled with tomes and knickknacks. A cold brick fireplace occupies the southwest corner.
This looks like where we read stories to the kids on the weekends.
Is there any sign of panic? Like
no.
The last people that were here weren't panicking?
No. Actually, based on the mayor's journal that you guys read through, she stayed after everybody else left. She was literally the last living person in the village, and she had stayed to try to figure out like what was going on and where the missing miners from the collapse were.
So when you say when they left, you mean went missing, not
Yeah, there was like
evacuated.
a combination of like after the collapse, they were able to save some people. They found some people dead, but they didn't find all the bodies. After that, people started like disappearing. You've noticed a couple times that people have had nightmares.
Right.
Because the mayor mentions that she started having nightmares. And the flower seller that you guys talked to last game, she said her family left that village when she was a kid because her mom started having nightmares.
Right. So it seems like maybe they, at least their family did, put it together that something bad was happening here and they should leave.
Yeah.
And we know now that that's the way they turn people into the bugs, is by terrifying them over the course of a long period until they bug out, I guess.
Right.
All right. Well, I guess we'll check in the office. I would imagine that since this is the mayor and they have a few different people working for him, given the number of offices and resources here, it would seem to me that they would have been trying to either combat what's happening, figure out what's happening. They would have probably done some research in the last days before the end. So I guess we should try to gather up all the research they put together to give us better footing on which.
Well, the most research that you found was in the library, with that collection of books on the table about like trauma and fear, and then the mean locks. And that was what the mayor put together herself.
And since we've been here, we've seen some weird shit.
Yes.
So it's clearly still having an effect.
And we're pretty sure that the Minook we killed was the mayor because of the ring, right?
The signet, yeah. I mean, that would be the implication I would draw.
Yeah.
All right. How far did we read? Did Conk read on that Feywild book on Minooks?
I mean, that's as much information as it had in it.
Okay.
Was what I've told you guys. In this room itself, the assembly room that you guys are in, there's no real sign of like a panic or anything. But again, with the mayor being the last one in the village, who was left to panic.
I'll check the bookcase, see if there's anything stuffed in it in the different books.
The bookshelf holds old and worn books. Obviously, they're very out of date. A lot of them, really all of them on this floor, are going to be about sort of like civic matters or like local flora and fauna, stuff like that. It also has a small framed watercolor painting of a mountain range worth 2 gold and a chunk of raw platinum ore worth 25 gold.
Anything abnormal about the ore?
Just that it's, it looks like someone, knocked it out of a stone from a mine, and then they set it on a shelf.
Like a display piece, maybe.
Yeah.
And now it's in my pocket.
Okay.
It's gonna be a heavy ass walk. I think that we should check in the mine. All signs point to mines.
You're right. We must go down the shaft.
Fly, you fool.
Are there gonna be more spiders down there?
Let's pray.
No, let's don't. No. Okay.
You are squeamish, my boy. It makes no sense.
Well, spiders are icky, and I
What
know
is
I read.
icky of spiders?
Well, they've got 4 more legs and arms than I do, and they're
Horses
tiny.
have 4 legs.
Yeah, but horses are nice.
Think
They'll
of them as a double horse. And they poop string.
Is that where it comes from?
Yes.
Oh. So every time I walk through a spider web in the library, I'm walking through spider poop.
Spider butt string. Yes.
Oh.
To
Now
the
I like
mine.
them even less.
I have like that old person high energy. I'm just gonna kind of jog walk my way out of the.
You go to the room directly north of the one you just came out of.
I'm ready to go to the mine.
Okay.
I mean, it's up to everyone else what they do, but I'm just gonna go outside and wait on them.
All right.
I guess we should go down into the mine, Mr. Montero. I'm not thrilled about that idea.
I heard a thing about mines digging too deep.
Mm.
This should be interesting. We may finally find the fate that kills us here.
I'm gonna stop coming to you for advice, Mr. Montero. I'll slowly follow him out.
What kind of animals are there? You said there were rodents and stuff here. What like if I were to go outside, kind of like futz around in the like detritus around the buildings, would I be able to find like randomly assign me an animal?
A rabbit.
I'm gonna pick him up and look at him.
Okay.
While everyone else, when they get ready to come outside, I'm gonna be talking to this little goofy rabbit.
Okay. It's looking at you with its big eyes. It's kind of breathing quickly. So, Yonk and Montero, are you guys exploring the rest of the manor? Are you going after Shifu?
Oh, I guess Chris, you're going outside.
Yeah, we're following Shifu.
No, Mr. Sifu, don't eat the rabbit too.
You eat rabbit,
but not when it's still alive.
Do you want me to kill the rabbit?
No, I mean, I'm
Rabbit
not hungry right now. You're still hungry after eating all the bugs?
I'm not going to eat the rabbit.
It's probably a good thing too. The protein in rabbits will make you sick if you eat it not too much. It's not enough protein to keep you going.
Just you've been eating everything else you've picked up. I just didn't want you to eat the poor bunny. Why
does
are
he
you
have to look
holding
forward
him?
to? Why aren't you holding him? I'm gonna like hold him out.
Oh, I'll take the bunny.
Okay.
You better eat the bunny. I'm kidding.
Take the bunny and run.
I
go on. Take the bunny and run.
I'll take the bunny.
Okay.
I'll stroke it. And
Brown
pet it.
rabbit. It's got like white on its chest.
Yeah.
It looks up at you with its big black eyes.
You just get that moment of like where the bunny's got those big, almost watery eyes, and then there's this close up of Yonk's face, and he's got those big, watery eyes. Can I take? Do you think they'll let me keep him if I take him back to the library?
I have a question.
Oh, okay. For me or the rabbit?
At this point, I'm having a hard time deciding who will answer it more effectively.
Can I do a deception check and cast message to Kronk and change my voice to sound like the rabbit?
Sure.
All right. Hold on. Let me
Okay.
get my roll.
Help me, motherfucker! I'm a rabbit now. You turned me into a motherfucking rabbit.
12.
12.
Don't eat me. Don't eat me. Well, I'm not going to eat you, little bunny rabbit. Wait, you can talk? It's a talking bunny. I really got to take him back to the library now. Can you put this in your sack too? No, wait. No, I'll carry him. He'll get. It's too dark in there for him. I'll hold him. I'll hold on to the rabbit. You're going to come back with me.
Oh, joy.
This is great. I can't wait to bring my talking rabbit back to the library. This is going to be so cool. Why were you trying to talk to the rabbit though? Wait, am I the only one that can hear the rabbit?
I don't hear anything.
Well, I kind of hold the rabbit back out to Shifu. Well, what is he saying to you?
He says, "Put me the fuck down."
No, hold me. he wants me to hold him.
I have checked out of this conversation.
You saved me from the evil turtle.
No, I kind of lean up to the rabbit's ears like, I know he eats bugs. It's gross.
He eats everything.
Well, he's not going to eat you. I promise that. You're going to stay with me. I'm going to name you George because George is a good name for a rabbit.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
All right. So you guys head to the mine.
I'll keep you safe. We're going to go into the mines. Okay. It's going to be scary, but don't worry. I'll keep you safe.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna go down the hole.
All right. So, you guys follow the road, and even though it's overgrown, it is pretty easy to follow to the entrance of the mine. Let's see here. There are several carts that sit outside of a cavern. You see that one is filled with rock and dirt pulled from the mine, and there is another that is piled with large beams of wood that have clearly been sitting there out in the elements for decades. These were probably new supports that were never installed after the collapse. Cartwheels have carved shallow ruts in the dirt floor leading to the into the mine. And we'll say it's daytime now, so the first 30 feet inside are dimly lit, but anything beyond that, it's going to be darkness. Do you guys have a way of dealing with that?
Well, if there are enemies.
I believe I do. Let me check.
I'm certain that we can manufacture a torch out of some of the chunks of rope, but I already have a torch.
I have dark vision 120 feet.
Okay. What about the other 2/3 of your party?
I have a torch.
Okay.
But I'm just curious if we all don't have torches, then I'll go ahead and.
I have a torch as well.
Okay.
We're all right.
I can lead you in the dark.
So who is the who's in lead?
I'll take the lead with my dark vision.
Okay. And then who's in the middle?
I'll bring up the rear.
Okay.
Okay.
Me and George will be in the middle.
Okay.
Yonk, George, Sifu.
All right. So as you guys enter, the mine is dark and damp, and you hear the sound of dripping water echoing from deep within. The light fades faster than it should as you move deeper until you're wrapped in oppressive gloom and shadow.
Hear that, Lenny? Oh, I'm sorry, Yonk.
This looks like Mr. Montero's section of the library.
I'm going to need all three of you to give me wisdom saving throws.
Oh, we're fucked.
You're fucked.
Holy shit, I got a nat 20.
What?
Yeah, check your beyond shit. I rolled it there. I have a 0 in wisdom.
Yep. Okay, here goes my roll. Oh, wow.
Hey.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
For Yonk, that's practically fucking Mensa.
And
I rolled a 23, but I have to open that. What was
D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond. Okay. Yep. All right. So then as the three of you enter, there is a brief moment with the, it's so dark, and the noises, of being like in a mine are so foreign to all of you that there's this moment where like the water almost sounds like someone is whispering to you, and like the way that the fire of the torch, it seems like the shadows are almost someone moving, but you're kind of able to like shake off this like creepy, the whole creepy vibe of the mine and continue on. As you move through the mine, it goes east, but then it sort of turns northeast. And it looks like it continues northeast for quite some time, but you notice that there is also a passage to the south. So do you want to go south or continue northeast?
I look back at the torches and see if there's a wind blowing the torches at all.
Just from where you guys entered.
Okay.
Yeah, it might be too far to have a cross breeze.
I was just wondering if there was possible another airflow coming through.
Yeah. What is there any way to determine from the slope of the ground which one goes lower?
Ooh.
Let's see here.
Mine's generally built on gradients, so that's the only reason I'm asking.
Give me a we'll call this a survival check.
Okay. Hey,
I can do that.
Okay.
do I just click on it?
Yeah.
Whoa, 22. What's up?
Nice.
Ooh.
I 19. can
always tell the angle of the ground. I am very observant.
Yeah, so you think if you continue going northeast, it slopes further down.
Down, down, down we go.
Okay.
If we determine that they broke through to somewhere, which is what I was led to believe from the journal, then it seems that it would behoove us to travel lower. Yes?
I agree.
Okay. Stick with me, George. We'll be all right.
Okay. We'll go.
There's gonna be a time when Yonk rages. He's gonna drop that poor bunny.
He's gonna squish the bunny.
Oh no.
That's why I called him bunny earlier.
All right. So you guys continue northeast.
Then the ghost of George will haunt him.
As you go deeper into the mine, probably like 50, 60 feet further in, you see to the northwest there is like another passage that opens up, but it also continues to the northeast.
Same action.
Okay.
Do
Give
I
me a
have to roll
survival. Yeah.
Can I begin to mark the walls with chalk on which directions we go?
Do you have chalk?
Let me check.
Okay.
Well, it's a mine, so you could probably just draw it.
Do you have a rock in
That's
your
true.
pocket?
I do actually have a platinum I could use to carve
Okay.
the wall with.
No, I am just happy to see you.
Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism plays Candlekeep Adventures. If you would like to support us, we are on Patreon. You can find the link in our show notes, patreon.com/freelance_heroism. You can find journals, audio outtakes, other stuff like that there. Also in the show notes, you can see our Twitter. You can see the link where Nate and Deese stream, the link to Deese's comics. All very good stuff. And if you like listening to us, maybe give us a 5 stars or whatever on however you're listening.
Solid.
Thank you.
Maybe give us a 5-star, whatever you listen there.
Yeah.
Huh? Put
However
it in
you
your ear holes.
listen.
Give us some stars on the ear holes, yeah?
Why don't you tell us who's playing?
The cast includes David Walker as D'Angelo Montero, Nathan Lett as Yonk, and yours truly as Master Shifu Anzan the Quick.
I don't get a thing. I DM
And-
this whole
oh.
game.
No, you weren't part of the characters, and I don't have you on my notes here, so I didn't read you. And our young and talented DM, Rachel Moore.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel.
You're welcome.
Oh, no. Thank you. Thanks for listening to Candlekeepers with us. And the late fine is in the mail. I don't know. I feel like I was a cooler kid than most, but I still was probably insufferable. Yeah. Like, I don't know. I guess I'm happy that my parents like decided to make me, but
Mhm.
but not really.
Oh no.
You know. I mean, I guess I mean, hey. I guess it worked out. But
Yeah.
just saying.